Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. This is Kitty.
Hi, guys.
Well, today we are going to be grocery shopping and just kind of going through some grocery shopping hacks, some budgeting hacks. Kitty just has random hacks, so I'm sure we'll get some of those thrown in there too.
I am hack
so
woman.
you are hack woman in a good way. That doesn't sound good, but it is in a good way.
Yeah.
Do you want to just kind of introduce yourself? Tell the
Sure.
people a little bit about you.
I have a somewhat large family that just recently shrunk. So I have 3 kids. My daughter's the oldest and she has recently moved out. So I'm outnumbered by boys. I've got 2 sons still at home. They're both teenagers. They eat a lot. My husband is a personal trainer and a director at a local fitness facility. And he is also very conscious about what he eats and supporting his fitness regimens. We really have everything down pat as far as our grocery shopping goes. And I've got a system in place. And so I'm happy to take you on the ride today to learn what we do.
I've gone kind of in and out with grocery shopping over the years. There was a point where like every Friday it would be my routine after work to go in and go grocery shopping. And then it kind of got to a point where Walmart delivery came along. So I do a lot of grocery delivery now. I had a season where like I would plan my meals out for the week and then develop a grocery list based on that. And now I'm just kind of in an intuitive season of my life where sometimes I do a lot of different things all the time.
I'm a menu shopper, and I don't know if everybody does it that way. I actually don't think very many people do, but we eat dinner at home every night. We don't eat out often unless there's like an occasion. So I always start with a menu, and then I kind of branch out and I consider snack items, you know, the regular things that my kids like to grab at, and then I just sort of build the list around that, and then add the household items and whatnot after.
Yeah, I like the menu planning that way because I know what I'm gonna want kind of in the week, or like what sounds good based on like the weather, based on just how I'm feeling, what I feel like cooking, how busy the week is gonna be. And so it is a nice way to plan your meals, and then you just get your ingredients from there of what you're going to need for it.
Exactly. And it tends to be a pretty budget friendly way to shop because then you kind of know where you're going to land. We have a few items that we rotate in and out, so we have some variety from week to week, but we have like our staples, and so it just makes it predictable.
Well, I have a little list of just kind of like some of our staples. Normally I do it on my phone, but I'm recording on my phone, so we did it old school.
Nice.
I don't even know what Kitty's menu is for the week, but I'm just going to get whatever she gets. For me, it's just me and my husband. We love leftovers. I might get the same amount or maybe a little bit less and then make some freezer meals because I've noticed that I have not wanted to cook lately. I've just been kind of like not into it. So I'd like to have some stuff on hand for that reason. So what are we having for dinner this week?
We're gonna have breakfast for dinner tomorrow at my in-laws.
Cute.
So we just all kind of like, I'll do the eggs and the potatoes and they're gonna do the meat, and so that makes it easy. Sunday we usually eat with family. Meatballs and salad on Monday.
Yum. Sounds great.
Taco Tuesday always. That's like a standing item. We don't ever eat
Standing
anything.
agenda.
Yeah, we eat tacos every Tuesday. Wednesday, my husband likes to do a high fat day.
Oh, cool.
So just kind of cycling his food, and so we do chef salads with like avocados and bacon and stuff.
Sounds good.
And then thighs on Thursday, chicken thighs.
Thigh Thursdays.
Thighs Thursday with some steamed vegetables and some kind of rice because we always have rice on hand. Fish Friday. It's cheesy. Like
I
we
like
to play
it.
with this.
I don't hear much cheese in there.
Okay, no, there really isn't. There's salmon, potatoes, and broccoli on Friday.
Oh, that sounds great.
And Saturday always says shop again.
Shop again. So you shop every Saturday?
Shop again Saturday,
Yeah.
I use a digital list. There's an app called Office, I think, and I'm a Droid user, so I would imagine it's the same for Apple users. But anyways, it has a template for groceries which categorizes it really nicely, and you can just copy and paste and rearrange it based on what store you go to. I really like to shop from my list and really stick to what I put on the list and not deviate too much, because that's where you can get, you know, your budget runs away from you with that. So
why I like doing like grocery delivery is I in real time, you see how much you're spending as you go. And so I like that, because then I'm like, whoa, groceries are expensive right now. I kind of go and edit my list from there. I'm not good at doing that when I'm like in the store. So how do you do that with like budgeting and stuff when you're shopping in person?
So for us, I just know, because we've been, you know, buying the same amount of food forever and what it always ends up coming to. And so we budget based on what we want. Like, we don't say we have to stay under this amount. Like, we just know typically it's between $250 and $300 a week to feed my family, to have all the things they like to grab out, all the nutritious things. I just aim at that target.
Well, and it's a good feeling when you take the time to like plan. That's how you end up saving money, because even though it can feel maybe like a lot up front, you're also not wasting any. You have good nutritious food that you can pull from at all times. And so planning, man, that's key.
Bottom line, I just don't want to be judged for the amount of poultry I'm gonna buy today, because we eat a lot of like ground turkey and chicken. And
Great. Oh, sorry.
I get all of the poultry. They have to restock because of me.
Because of you.
Yeah, like they're like, oh no, here comes Kitty in the chicken section again.
Yeah.
You know.
They probably call you Chicken Kitty.
Chicken. That's gonna stick.
Chicken Kitty.
Yeah, I like it.
I think that's what this new series is called, Chicken Kitty. What can we get at the grocery store?
I wish I was from Kentucky, because then I'd be Kentucky Chicken Kitty.
Well, we're gonna go to Winco, and I haven't been to Winco in forever, but why do you like to shop at Winco?
I like the prices. When I was in college, I wasn't working. I was a stay-at-home mom, and my husband was our sole source of income. I was way more on a shoestring back then, and so I shopped way differently, and I always would utilize like the store apps, so like Fred Meyer Rewards or the Safeway Reward. You'd shop based on what's on sale and coupon clipping, digital coupons, all that stuff. So they didn't have a Winco here at that time, so we were like, we could go to Medford. At that time, we did a lot at Costco, buying in bulk, and it wasn't on our radar. But when we lived in Eugene, we loved shopping at Winco, and so when they were gonna finally build one here in Grants Pass, I was like, yeah, baby, you know, because they just have great low prices. You don't have to do all the intensiveness on an app to get the great prices. So it's just consistently good. The product's quality is great. I don't ever feel like, oh man, I got crap lettuce again. You know, like everything's fresh. I like the prices. They're just a good middle of the road. There are way more affordable ways to shop than just at Winco. Like you could hit Grocery Outlet first, you know, and then, but so I just don't want to have to do all that running around. It feels like a great one-stop shop.
Yep, it's like a good middle ground. That's how I've seen Winco too. It's like you don't end up spending as much as you do at Costco, but you still get bulk stuff too. So that's what I like about it.
And then they have fun little like tchotchkes and stuff too. They've got like a non-grocery section that's seasonal, and so it almost kind of feels like a great grocery shopping place with a little bit of a department store feeling without like the Walmart vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
So I like the fun things that they sometimes put out. Saturday tends to be a busy day.
I found your section already. She's calling. So any good produce hacks when you're looking for your produce?
Some things you have to smell, and some things you have to thump.
Oh.
It's just, you know.
So apples are smelling?
I sniff apples. I thump melons. I'm not buying any melons. They're not in good season yet. So shopping and eating kind of in season, you know, I think you can test ripeness. Smell the butt of a pineapple.
I'm glad that's where you went.
Yep.
Okay.
So you have to sniff its little behind if you can tell if it's a good one or not. I think I like the little bell peppers better than having to slice up a big one for a couple reasons. I think these ones taste sweeter, and I think that they're much better for dipping like in hummus and stuff. It's just more fun, like not as satisfying when you're slicing a big old bell pepper. Like you can treat it like a little spoon. I think the center is better when you see some stripes on a cucumber, just depending on what kind it is. If you look at the other butts, there's not very many with this good like striation. So it called to me. It was like, hey, you're coming with me. And I'm like, yeah. Did you know that if you only find hard avocados, and you want to have softer ones, like say you have guacamole in your menu, you can put these near your bananas, and they will help with the ripening process. So with citrus, I find that the darker, the better if you want a full flavor. There's a lot of pale lemons in here.
You want it to look as close to your shirt as possible.
Exactly. That's what you're looking for. So like, and big pores, that's another sign of a good. So see the difference in color between these two?
Oh yeah.
I would go with this one.
Ah. Ah, closer to your shirt.
Yep. If it's got big ugly pores and like scratches, you know this is going to be a good orange compared to one with smaller pores.
Oh, interesting. Is it, I've heard that the scratches are sugar. Is that right? Or like I've heard that for watermelons.
I think it's just from bees, like when they pollinate the, they're buzzing around doing their thing. If you scar a fruit early on in its development, it grows and it has this. You want your food to be around the pollinators, so this is a good sign. A lot of people think that's ugly and bad, but I think it's great. Actually, like 3 times this size. Why are they so small?
They're babies, not in season.
Aw.
So what are your potatoes of choice typically?
It depends on what I'm making. When we're doing potatoes for like breakfast, I prefer the Yukon Golds. If I'm gonna mash potatoes, I usually go for the red skin and I leave the skin on.
Oh no, the misters came on.
It tried to get me, but it missed. I find that broccoli that has yellow in it and it has these little, I don't know what you call them, but anyways, the finer and lighter and more yellow broccoli is going to be a little more bitter and tough because it's young. But I like to go for the ones that are much bigger, more mature. If we can avoid yellow, I wouldn't get that one because it's got yellow in it. Just looking for some good dark green. This would be a good one.
Are you a light roast or a dark roast girl? We are dark roast people, so I like when you can get bulk stuff like this. Dylan is very like, he's the coffee snob. Yeah, I'm kind of becoming more of a coffee snob though, but we're not gonna do like any crazy like chocolate raspberry or anything like that. I'm just gonna find a dark roast that looks good. So
Nice. I would recommend the espresso blend over here.
this one here, or a blend.
That one's a dark. I like this one.
That's decaf. Dylan would not.
The
be happy with
espresso roast is really good.
that. Okay, this one here.
Yeah.
Perfect. And that's what we use it for, is espresso.
Nice.
So luckily for us, our espresso machine grinds it for us, but it's nice that they have a coffee grinder here because there's so many coffee beans that get ground there. It might be good to just like do one cycle of grinding and then do the one you're gonna take. Is that illegal?
No, it's not illegal. There's also a little lever that clears the grinder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I never grind the coffee here, but I was just thinking that would be nice. We are in the yogurt section. And fun fact, Kitty has known me such a long time. She knew me before I liked yogurt, and you were the reason that I started liking yogurt.
That's good.
We'll just keep them guessing why. I'm not even gonna say why because that's just a weird thing to say.
It is weird.
Yeah.
Let's not make it weird.
Okay. This is where Kitty grabs all her chicken. She's like a Santa Claus gone chicken. All right, here's my cart. Here's Kitty's cart. I definitely feel like I'm gonna be spending more money when I'm doing this in person. This is why I like to do it through the app, because I have no idea what I'm gonna spend here. And luckily I'm in a place where that's okay. It's not gonna bankrupt us, but that's why I think I still love digital shopping over this. It was fun hanging out with Kitty. It just feels like stressful though. I feel like I always forget something. I'm sure I forgot something. It's good to try new things, or not like this is a new thing. It's good to always try it out again and see how it is. And I think for me, digital grocery shopping is where it's at right now for me, and that's okay. So you go to get, you got egg whites.
I got egg whites, and then I thought, you know what's a little more chicken? So I've got chicken wings.
Chicken Kitty at it again.
Chicken Kitty strikes again.
Moment of truth. We made it out. Oh boy. Okay, what are you gonna guess mine was?
I'm guessing that you spent 3 or 4 bags, probably about $98.
Ooh, nope.
Okay.
I was at $257.
What?
Yeah, but this will last us probably for a week and a half to 2 weeks. So
And I've got like 8 bags. What do you think I spent?
I'm gonna guess $435.
No. 260, 256.
$256. So isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
It's just, it goes to show like just based on what you're buying. And I had told them too, I think I'm just meant to be a digital shopper. I know I spent more than I would have if I had done it digitally, but it was still fun to like look around and get stuff, and got a lot of stuff I normally would have got at Costco.
Yeah.
So in that regard, I think I saved money by doing it that way. So
Done.
yeah. Well, cool. Happy eating.
Yeah, Chicken Kitty's gonna go home and cook some chicken.